This is the Bureau of Justice Assistance, FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Communities Against Terrorism, Potential Indicators of Terrorist Activities Related to Tattoo Shops. And they are asking the tattoo owners to make note of suspicious statements, people or vehicles, watch for people and actions that are out of place, talk to customers, ask questions, and listen and observe their responses. And see, they always start the program saying it's for Al-Qaeda. But once you show you're interested, they come to you and say, we actually want to fight veterans and gun owners, and that's come out that they're training the school kids for this, and it's in the New York Times saying how great it is. Require valid ID from all new customers. So they want everybody to show ID, getting you ready for the cashless society. And it says, what should I consider suspicious? It says anyone that asks for identity privacy. Every time I go to stores now, I might try to buy $10 of batteries or $100 of bullets or a tent. I go to Academy. They want that zip code. They want that driver's license. All these other businesses want it. It's going in a database. They're selling it. Insist on paying with cash. Oh, cash, see. John Elway says gold's bad. And I have listeners all the time. In fact, we've had forum moderators. No criminal record, veterans, upstanding members of the community. They get SWAT teamed because they're trying to sell their house, and the realtors see they have a gun case. And the police come. If they have missing fingers. And it says, or stains on their clothing. They're looking for methamphetamine, folks. But see, over and over again, I see these terror training reports given to farmers and big city business people and InfraGard. And they always say, send your truck drivers. It's over 1 million now. It was 500,000. 1 million truck drivers plus, because that number's about a year old. 1 million plus truck drivers have been trained. And they say, come to our seminar. We'll even give you an insurance discount with your insurance carrier. If you have all your truck drivers for your company, come to us. And then I've seen training videos of these, and it's even been on the news. And it'll be a weekend deal paid for by the company and the FBI, and there's donuts and coffee, and they spend about 10 minutes on Al-Qaeda. They show an Al-Qaeda training video. And then next they say, is your neighbor spanking their kid? You see plants that look like this growing marijuana? Do you see somebody with a bag on their back walking on the highway? Go ahead and call Homeland Security. This is just priming the pump, training you to be spies and tattletales. They're 5 years ahead in England. They're now announcing what it's for. Total control of everybody. Parents won't be able to be in public with their children without a special government license. That is the London Telegraph. And you read this, Philadelphia Division, FBI.gov. The project number for the grant is MU-BX-K002. It's important to remember that just because someone's speech, actions, beliefs, and appearance or way of life is different, it does not mean that he or she is suspicious. So they have that at the end after they say, be a little spy. This is the secret police takeover of America. He died 2 years ago, but 7 years ago, in 2002, Marcus Wolf, the head of the former East Germanys Stasi, the biggest police state ever, worse than Stalin, worse than Hitler per capita in that half of Eastern Germany, that half of Deutschland. They hired him along with the former head of the KGB, Primakov. And when I saw this in the news, I didn't believe it. I couldn't believe it back then. This is a process for all of us to admit this. And I went and looked up the federal grants, and he was paid $1 million each year to come teach them how to get everybody spying on each other. But remember, the #1 threat in their internal secret documents is gun owners, veterans, libertarians, and in-the-Fed protesters. And I am surveilled, and Ron Paul is surveilled. That's been in the news. The Army watches me because I know foreign offshore criminal banks have taken this country over. And the Army, when they do that, is engaged in treason. It's totally illegal. But so is Marines running checkpoints for drunk drivers nationwide. But they're just acclimating the public.